of Gaza in a public show of solidarity with Palestinians. But what's really behind these strong words of condemnation, and what are Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and the UAE actually doing behind the scenes to assist Israel? Well, this week, Saudi Arabia and Jordan both issued official statements condemning Israel's planned operation in Rafah, just one day before it took place, citing the potential for a humanitarian catastrophe and urging the United Nations Security Council to intervene.
مطالبة الجميع الدول بوقف تصدير الأسلحة والذخائر الإسرائيلية والبدء بتحرك باسم جميع الدول الأعضاء وفي منظمة الدعم الإسلامي وجامعة الدول العربية لضرورة موقف دولي للعدوان على غزة.
Yet, amid these condemnations, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Jordan, and Egypt have all been collaborating with Israel behind the scenes to circumvent the actions of one of the only Arab powers to challenge Israel with concrete action, and that's Yemen. In a bid to alleviate pressure on Israel from the Ansarullah or Houthi blockade of the Red Sea, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Jordan have all established land corridors, ensuring cargo destined for the apartheid state arrives safely in Israeli hands. Now, according to Hebrew Channel 13, Israeli-linked cargo ships arrive in the UAE to unload goods. Trucks then transport these goods through the UAE and Saudi highways to Jordan. They eventually reach Israel via the Jordan River crossing. German shipping company Hapag-Lloyd announced that it was working with Saudi Arabia and the UAE to create a land route bypassing the Houthis, which connects ports in the UAE and the Saudi Arabian port of Jeddah, facilitating cargo movement to Israel through the Suez Canal. Now, Egypt has also joined the effort, operating container ships from its port to the Israeli port of Ashdod, further supporting the Land Bridge Initiative and assuring Israeli commerce is not interrupted amid its genocidal campaign in Gaza. But that is just the start of their complicity. Take Turkey, for example. Around 40% of Israel's energy needs are met by an oil pipeline running through Turkey. President Erdogan could simply shut the flow of oil off to Israel, which would shut down the Israeli economy and the military assault in just days. But Erdogan continues not to do so, despite offering very strong condemnation of Israel in his words.
Meselenin Gazze veya Ramallah olmadığını, yayılmacı hedefler peşinde koştuğunu kameralar önünde bizzat ifşa etti.
And then there's Morocco. This North African nation is building a military intelligence base for Israel near its border with Algeria. The site will be utilized for collaboration for military training, intelligence, and security. Israeli arms manufacturer Elbit System also recently announced the establishment of 2 weapons factories in Morocco, helping to diversify Israel's weapons production capabilities, as activists in other countries like the UK shut the factories down. In 2021, Morocco also signed the Abraham Accords, a normalization treaty with Israel that Bahrain and the UAE had already agreed to. The UAE has long been a hub for Israeli intelligence, and it is now well established that the two nations each aid each other on intelligence matters. Moreover, just last year, Edge Group, a UAE state-owned corporation, invested $14 million in Israeli drone manufacturer Highland Aviation, so that the Israeli police can employ their airspace management system, which was tested by the Israeli Air Force. Now, the relationship between the UAE and Israel has grown now that Elbit Systems established an entire subsidiary organization, Elbit Systems Emirats, in order to establish what it called long-term cooperation with the UAE military. Meanwhile, despite its rhetoric, Saudi Arabia has been quietly collaborating with Israel for some time. The Saudi-backed group Affinity Partners owns a stake in the Israeli company Shlomo Group. During the conflict in Gaza, the Shlomo Group contributed trucks and military equipment to the Israeli military's Shaldag and Maglan units, as well as food packages directly to the IDF. Saudi Arabia is also well known to be one of the Israeli intelligence industry's best customers. Saudi security forces have used Israeli tech provided by NSO Group and Celebrite to spy on people and hack their phones, including for the infamous murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. These states could do so much besides empty rhetoric to help the people of Palestine and blunt the Israeli attack on Gaza, including arms embargoes, sanctions on trade and travel, and halting the military and intelligence collaborations. But the people of the Arab world are dead against the genocide in Gaza and their governments in collaborating in it. The people in the Middle East have come out en masse across their countries protesting Israel's war and have even vowed to march through their borders and break through to Gaza to defend their Palestinian brethren. But it's clear, for these leaders, their actions speak louder than their words.